Let's take a closer look at the world's most dangerous tribes, a mysterious tribes, where life and death are intertwined at every step. One wrong move, and it could be the end of the road. Here, you'll find tribes known for their ruthless brutality. Their weapons and swift, deadly actions are beyond anything you can imagine. Among them are tribes notorious for their mistreatment of women. For any woman caught in their grasp, life becomes an inescapable nightmare, with no hope of freedom. And then there are the true cannibals, where what's on the plate may very well be a companion who is alive just moments before. Let's explore these 8 deadly tribes and see just how dangerous they really are. In UMBR 8, the Korubo tribe. The Korubo tribe, which hides its villages deep in the Amazon rainforest, is notorious for its extreme violence and hostility toward outsiders. They are fiercely xenophobic, believing that any foreign presence threatens their very existence. Before 1972, the Brazilian government was unaware of the Korubo tribe. When they finally discovered the tribe's presence, government census officials were sent to make peaceful contact. However, the Korubo tribe had no interest in communication and responded with immediate aggression. The government dispatched 7 census officials, each with a different approach, but tragically, all were killed by the tribe. There are even rumors that the Korubo use brutal, animalistic methods of killing, beheadings, and skinning their victims in particularly gruesome ways. Over the years, the Korubo have continued to kill any outsiders who entered their territory. According to incomplete statistics, their victims include daring explorers, government officials, and hunters who accidentally strayed into Korubo land. The tribe showed no mercy or interest in the reasons for these outsiders' presence, responding with swift and ruthless violence. Thankfully, around 1997, after years of persistent effort by the government, the two sides finally reached a fragile agreement, establishing a basic, stable relationship and significantly reducing the killings. In UMBR 7, the Sentinelese tribe, due to the unique natural environment of South Asia, many indigenous tribes choose to live in isolation, and the Sentinelese are a prime example. They inhabit North Sentinel Island in the Bay of Bengal and have had no contact with the outside world for centuries. The Sentinelese live as though they are still in the Neolithic era. With no access to modern technology, they rely on simple stone and wooden tools for their daily survival, crafting primitive objects and using basic methods for hunting and gathering. Fishermen who accidentally stray into their territory often face immediate hostility. The Sentinelese don't hesitate to attack, quickly resorting to violence to defend their land from intruders. Their weapons are simple, consisting mainly of bows, arrows, and spears. Sentinelese society has yet to develop or encounter firearms or modern weapons. In 2006, 2 fishermen were killed after they unknowingly entered Sentinelese territory when the government dispatched a helicopter to retrieve their bodies. The mission faced an unexpected obstacle. As the helicopter approached North Sentinel Island, it was met with a barrage of arrows from the Sentinelese, who had quickly organized themselves into a defensive unit. Their coordinated attack was so fierce that the helicopter nearly became riddled with arrows, forcing the pilot to retreat without recovering the bodies. In this clash between the ancient and modern worlds, the Sentinelese armed with nothing but their primitive weapons and fierce determination emerged victorious, successfully defending their isolation. In UMBR 6, the Root people, during the Vietnam War, soldiers often ventured deep into the dense forests to find strategic hiding places and routes for jungle warfare. In their explorations, some accidentally wandered into the territory of the Root people, discovering a strange and isolated tribe. The Root people seem to prefer flying through there rather than walking on the ground. Of course, they aren't actually flying, but their agility in jumping from tree to tree makes it look like they're gliding through the forest canopy. Unlike many other isolated tribes, the Root are not violent. In fact, they are quite shy upon encountering outsiders. Instead of showing aggression, they would hide and quietly peek out, curiously observing the strangers from a distance. There are also stories of the Root possessing mysterious shamanic powers. It's said that if someone violates their taboos, whether by accident or intend to invoke powerful curses upon that person. Years ago, a researcher who unintentionally offended the tribe's elders reportedly began foaming at the mouth and coughing up blood soon after, with no apparent medical explanation for the sudden onset of these symptoms. To this day, the true nature of the Root people's alleged supernatural abilities remains unknown, shrouded in mystery and intrigue. In UMBR 5, the Mashkapira tribe. In 2011, a video captured by an explorer quickly went viral online. The footage showed several naked individuals running along a riverbank. Their muscular builds and strange, almost unnatural movements made the scene look eerie and otherworldly. After reviewing the video, the government identified the people in the footage as members of the reclusive Mashkapira tribe, a rare and precious glimpse of a tribe that lies in deep isolation. Intrigued by the sighting, the government decided to send investigators to learn more about the tribe. However, before even stepping into Mashkapira territory, the group's guide was struck by a poison arrow, killing him instantly. Faced with such a deadly threat, the investigation team had no choice but to retreat. The only solid information they gathered was that the Mashkapira are an extremely violent tribe, known for ruthlessly killing any outsiders who come too close. Because further investigations have been nearly impossible due to the danger, very little is known about the Mashkapira today. The tribe remains shrouded in mystery, with their violent reputation keeping the outside world at a distance. In UMBR 4, the Mursi tribe. The Mursi tribe, located in southern Ethiopia, is one of the most ancient and primitive groups in the world. With a population of fewer than 10,000 people, the sparsely populated, vast landscape where they live showcases the tribe's isolation. The Mursi tribe is notoriously harsh toward women. From a young age, Mursi women endure the painful tradition of wearing lip plates, which stretches their lips as they grow. These lip plates, often seen in photos online, hang heavily from their mouths and seem agonizing just to look at. In addition to the harsh treatment of their own women, the Mursi are known for their brutality toward foreign women who enter their territory. They have been reported to subject outsiders to torture, including rape, beating, and even rolling heavy stones over their bodies. Women in the Mursi tribe have little to no rights, and their lives are shaped by the oppressive customs of their community. Witnessing their way of life offers a window into the raw and brutal aspects of uncontacted, isolated cultures, where certain traditions continue to inflict significant harm on women. In UMBR 3, the Chimbu skeleton tribe. The Chimbu, also known as the skeleton tribe, is not as remote as many other indigenous groups and is open to outside visitors. If you ever find yourself visiting the Chimbu in the highlands of Mount Hagen, Papua New Guinea, make sure to choose a bright, sunny day, otherwise you might be in for a terrifying experience. At first glance, you won't see a single ordinary person walking around the village. Instead, you'll be surrounded by what seems like an eerie procession of skeletons, giving the entire place a ghostly, haunted atmosphere. Don't be fooled, thought there are no real ghosts here. The skeletons are actually living people. The Chimbu tribe's people use natural black and white paints to transform their bodies into what looks like walking skeletons. They even craft skull-shaped headgear using feathers, stones, and other natural materials. The purpose of this haunting appearance is to intimidate and frighten off any enemies who might invade their territory, using the imagery of death and spirits as a form of psychological warfare. Despite their eerie look, the Chimbu people are known to be warm and welcoming to visitors. They are friendly, often greeting tourists with enthusiasm and even offering photo opportunities. Just remember, if you do visit, be sure to respect their customs and never attempt to wipe off their skeletal designs. These markings are deeply symbolic and significant to their culture. In UMBR 2, the Karo tribe. The Karo tribe, native to Ethiopia's Amwa Valley, may give off a sense of danger at first glance, largely due to their striking body art. Known for their elaborate body painting, the Karo people adorn themselves with a wide variety of designs, but instead of skeletal patterns, they paint vibrant and intricate symbols. The Karo have a natural artistic flair. Using the simplest of natural minerals, they create a rich palette of colors, decorating their faces and bodies with images of animals, spirits, witches, and elements of nature. Their artwork is a vivid reflection of their connection to the natural world. While their colorful world is visually stunning, it is also fraught with danger. Due to their primitive lifestyle, the Karo still exhibit many brutal instincts, and their society is known for its violent tendencies. They have been known to attack strangers without warning and are capable of deadly acts. Some Karo people even play cruel, dangerous pranks on outsiders, turning their village into a place where threats are always looming. Though they are not known to kill on sight, the Karo tribe's ferocity should not be underestimated. While their artistry captivates, their unpredictable nature keeps visitors on edge. In UMBR 1, the Korowai tribe. When it comes to danger, the Korowai tribe undeniably takes the top spot. This tribe, known for practicing cannibalism, poses an immense threat to anyone who crosses their path. To them, Humans are not just people, they are potential food. This is no exaggeration. Danger lurks in every corner of their society. The Korowai, living deep in the jungles of Papua, behave more like wild animals than a typical human society. Their way of life remains largely untouched by modern civilization, and their survival methods are ruthless, closely mirroring the survival of the fittest mentality found in the animal kingdom. When food is scarce, the Korowai do not hesitate to turn on their own. They will target the weakest members of their group, those deemed unfit to survive in the harsh environment, and consume them. Cannibalism is their way of ensuring that only the strongest endure. Strangers who stumble upon Korowai territory are also at risk. Anyone who inadvertently reveals themselves to the tribe may find themselves becoming the next meal. One day you're exploring the jungle, and the next day you could be on a Korowai dinner plate. To the Korowai, humans are no different from wild boars, cattle, or birds. There is no hierarchy in the animal kingdom for them. If you're weak, you're prey. Being eaten is simply the natural outcome for those who are not strong enough to survive. The Korowai's brutal form of natural selection is a chilling reminder that, in their world, life and death are governed by the same rules that apply to wild creatures. While there are many ancient tribes around the globe, the Korowai's extreme practices make them one of the most dangerous.